Chukis is apparently the primary focus that I keep, the overall theme that everyone's talking about. And we're not giving them a chance.
Issues of diversity were discussed by community professionals who were part of a think tank held on the University of Guam campus this morning. The conversation was led by Senator Eileen Yamashita, who is leading the Legislative Subcommittee SAFE, which stands for Sustaining Appropriate and Fair Environments. The subcommittee falls under Senator Adolfo Palacios' Committee on Public Safety, Law Enforcement, and the Judiciary. Participants included representatives from the Guam Police Department, the Guam Fire Department, Homeland Security, the Department of Education, the Attorney General's Office, and others who all spoke passionately about addressing potential conflicts that arise as a result of misunderstandings about culture, disabilities, and other differences. Senator Yamashita says nothing that was discussed today came as a surprise to anyone in the room.
In fact, one conversation was about, we've been talking about this, and that's my point. We've been talking a lot, so now let's do it. And so another person said, so what are we going to do about it? So let's do it now. Let's act. Let's ensure that everybody has the training, the awareness, the support that is needed so that they do feel safe.
Cultural issues were a big part of the conversation, and Yamashita says the group talked about the need to educate newcomers on the laws of Guam while reaching out to them as well.
They talked about how certain cultures on their islands have a place where they can all go and be together. On our island, we don't have that for them. So we want to work with the different consul generals, and what can we do to strengthen the opportunities for those folks to as they transition from their home to our home. Right? And so the cultural issues were very much spoken about today.
As for issues involving disabilities, Guam Police Captain Mark Shafaris said GPD is making sure officers are properly trained to address individuals with special needs.
In the streets, we use our command voice to take control of a situation, but in this particular situation, the command voice will not work simply because it is a medical condition, and our officers must adjust, and rather than become more confrontational, must become more understanding and patient.
Captain Shafaris said today's session helped him see how an already existing system at GPD can be used to make officers aware of a special needs case before they respond to a call.
We have an existing system that has been used for the protection of our officers to give them heads up in case it's a situation that can become confrontational. Though that system exists, we can also use that very same system to inform our officers that the person or this particular household is a person with special needs, and that officer will then adjust his approach.
Senator Yamashita says the SAFE subcommittee will make recommendations based on today's session and allow the participants to review them, as well as those in the legislature and the governor's office.
I think that there are a lot of community leaders who want to do the right thing. I think there's a lot of community leaders who are saying the priority of our life right now is the quality of life for all. And it just really gives me a great sense of hope.